Hello, Waswere here, back with another episode of Bossman, the series where I go for every drop from every boss in the game on my way to the ultimate goal of getting the Golden Reaper title. As of last episode, I have 3 collection logs to go: Hermod, Raziel, and Virago. Every time there is a major meta shift, I try to grind out a lot of Virago because, well, I have 3,700 kills, and when you've spent 600 hours or more at a single boss, it can get pretty boring pretty quickly. Necromancy is no exception, as there is a major meta shift with it. The rotations are considerably different than what I was doing with ranged, and this should give me a total of 6 weeks of learning Virago again, and should be enough to propel me to well over 4,000 kills. The first week I'm learning is a Green Bomb, which will be fun because both P3 and P5 are DPS races, which Necromancy seems to be pretty good at. But let's get into it. Alright, first kill back, and I get 5 out of 5 piles. Another 1 in 250 missed for Vitalis. Well, I guess every kill with Heemo, as long as I get a single pile, is a 1 in 250 miss, but if the partner didn't have Vitalis, that would have been a 1 in 250 as well. Oh, that's interesting. My conjures are attacking. Like, my skeleton's gaining stacks while I'm going up here. I guess bomb tanks can now do DPS P1. Alright, I think that I can invoke death as clicks are ending, and that'll be losslessly, because, like, while you're clicking, you're not doing global cooldowns. Okay, note to self, do not do invoke death during the invulnerability stage if the boss is under 30k HP, because it's gonna go up to 100k. But it's free damage, I guess. It took about 4 kills, but we finally beat the Reflect on P3. This is definitely very doable and very repeatable. Just learning a whole new rotation takes a little bit. I think by the end, once I get good at this, it'll be faster than melee range on P3, but it won't be faster than, let's say, like double melee on P3. The insta-kills are a little bit fucky at Virago because he doesn't actually die when he gets insta-killed. He heals back up his HP. But it seems as though if you stack multiple damage splats in the same tick, you get multiple insta-kills, which means multiple pushes, because it seems that every insta-kill is 1 free push. So basically, my strategy has been invoke deathing at the start of the phase, and then when it does get down to like 12k HP, it's going to get you the final couple pushes you need to get to the end. But it seems very valuable for phase 5, at least on the non-quick kills. Just finished out my first hour at Virago with Necromancy, and honestly, it's kind of cracked. We got as low as like a 720 kill on our first hour there, and we were mostly mashing buttons, P3s, when we did it right. 5 global cooldowns, and it's kind of interesting because like dummies are kind of useless with Necromancy. What our strategy was, what we figured out was you end phase 2 and phase 4 at 100% adrenaline, and you just volley, because you lose your soul stacks in between phases anyway. You just dump your volley to phase the boss, and then after 10 seconds, you'll drop out of combat. You can spam the auto attack at that point, which will drop your target, and then you can summon your zombie, your ghost, and your skeleton for free, and then do all the activation. And once that's done, you can Living Death, Split Soul, Invoke Dead, and A-Pot. I don't want to waste a dose here, but A-Pot as well. And then you just go to him. And it takes like 5 global cooldowns. You hit them with the skulls, you hit them with a touch of death, you hit them with a finger, you hit them with an auto, and you hit them with the EOF spec. And the boss is done. It's crazy. Phase 5 still needs a little bit of iteration, but near the end of it, we were beating the Green Bomb to Maul. And as long as we can consistently beat the Green Bomb to Maul, it's going to be better than the other combat styles, like using range. And I think once I get better at this, for duo at least, Necromancy is going to be the best style. That is 1,100 Raziel kills down. 85 dry since the pet. I guess it's not dry because it's below the drop rate, but I'm going to continue on. Killing more Raziel. I'm trying to upkeep over 100 a day on average. I think that's a good barometer to go for. Not so much that I don't burn out, but enough that I will potentially get this log done before they nerf skulls. Oh, PR. I tied it again. I think I've had 49.8. I think it's like 15 times now. I think it's just like perfect execution of my rotation. Just gets 49.8, and to go any lower, I need to do something different. But at the same time, I don't feel like I want to do anything different. These are extremely consistent. Like, most of the time, I'd say like 95% of the kills are between 52 and 58 seconds. And if I can consistently get that, I'm not going to bother trying to swap this up to get a slightly faster PR. Well, that is the end of another Raziel hour. What's my kill count up to now? I think it's over 1,300. Yep, 1319, which means I'm now 304 kills dry since I got the pet. Yeah, a little annoying. I am still like over drop rate on the bulk of my drops, but the fact that I've gone 300 dry twice now, not too much fun. Anyways, still working away at Raziel, and 2 items to go for Golden Reaper. Not Golden Reaper. The Lich King title, or I guess the Lich Queen title if you are a female character. I like that they added that into all the, like, gender-specific ones. Well, I'm no longer 300 dry, but I almost want to be 300 dry with getting another pair of hand wraps. That was, like, kill 3 of the hour, right after the last clip. Oh, sweet, new PR. I thought that might be a tick faster. I have no longer tied it 6 times. I now have a 49.2. They did not sell at 90 mil. That is very concerning. Oh lordy, 58 mil? Oof. Oh, I got the Soulborn Lantern. Let's go. Yes, sir. I am 1 item away from finishing off the Raziel log. Let's freaking go. I have 1 more kill left on this hour, and I've been going kind of try hard this hour to try to see what my kills per hour are. I think I'm able to reach up to 40, but we'll find out at the end of this kill. Alright, next kill down. I got myself a talent point. Didn't get a back-to-back, but oh well. Let's see what the kill count is up to. I started this hour with 1355 KC, so I should hopefully be up to 1395 KC, meaning I got 40, as it felt like a good hour, and that was my goal for this hour. And I got 41 kills. I think that might be my peak. Maybe I could get to 42. I had 3 kills over the course of the whole hour that went above a minute. So if I'm doing full try hard, pay attention, I had like 40 seconds on Aura when I teleported the last time. I think I could get up to 42 kills, but that is probably my limit. Let's go sell this Soulborn Lantern. Yikes, 584 mil. They have crashed again. That rebound I was talking about earlier when I got the 2 Omniguards, the 2 Crowns, and the 2 Rowbottoms. Yeah, that's gone and passed. These items are crashing now, and I need to complete this log. That is 1,500 Raziel kills. We are 500 away from my goal of 2,000. They did just announce today that they are nerfing Death Skulls. Well, maybe bug fixing, nerfing. Anyways, skulls will be a lot worse at Raziel. And it'll probably slow kills down by 10 to 20 seconds, maybe. So including the banking time in that might knock like 5 or 6 kills per hour off. Drops wise, at 1,500, I am at 8, 9, 13, 17 drops. So I'm about 2 above what I should have. Though I think 17 drops is about the amount of drops you would need to get all 7 on average. Is a duplicate robe top. At least I broke a bit of a dry streak, and I got myself a little bit of GP. But that is not log. Unfortunately, I didn't make the same mistake I made with Zami. I need the boots for this log. 1 in 700 drop. Not today, or at least not on that kill. Well, that's a way to start the day. Picked up a crown of the first Necromancer. First drop of the day. I don't think that will get me up to 10 bill cash stack, but it probably gets me to a point where one of the cheaper drops gets me to a 10 bill cash stack. Well, we'll find out at the end of the hour. 150 mil. I think once I check what the pre-tax price is, yeah, 150.3 mil. I will take that. I was anticipating less. I am now one drop away. Well, one helm, body, legs, or weapon away from getting to a 10 bill cash stack. Okay, okay. That is a drop worth money. And an interesting little point with that Soulburn Lantern drop, I now have 2 of every drop, except for the boots. So I've double completed the log minus the boots. Kill counts up to 1810. Let's keep going. So unfortunately, I got sick for the latter half of the weekend, and I was unable to grind out more Raziel, and I ended the weekend at about 1820 KC. But the good news is they didn't nerf Deskel, so I have a full other week to try to complete this collection log. With a full week, I can get over 100 kills a day, maybe close to 200. So I am confident that I'll be able to complete this as long as I don't go incredibly unlucky. Oh, come on! I've seen like 7 foot wrap broadcasts today. It's just boot day, and I can't seem to get one. But, congrats, Riley. I'm very happy for you. Well, that is a way to end the hour. I thought it said boot wraps, not hand wraps, but I'll take my 50 mil penance here. Hey, there is 2,000 Raziel. Oh, I was hoping to have the log done by now. Yes, 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 yes! Holy shit! Oh my god, I am so happy. Oh man, I am as happy as I've been in forever. What was my final kill count here? 2069. That's a pretty nice number. Alright, I'm gonna respond to all the PMs and then I'll come back to you guys here. Alright, I've recovered a little bit. That one felt real good. Like, it's not necessarily the best log to finish because the drop rate for an individual item is about 1 in 700, and you can get like 40 kills an hour, so you're looking at like 17, 18 hours to hit drop rate on the final item. But boy, does it feel good to be done this. In total, that was 22 drops, I think. 7, 10, 12, 16, 21, 22 drops to complete this log, and I will ceremoniously sell the final foot wraps of the first Necromancer. I guess the first foot wraps I'm selling 140.9 mil. Based on my cash stack going up to 10.5 bill, I would think that I probably made somewhere around 10 bill from this boss in terms of uniques, which is pretty nice. I think if I were to do this log again with all the prices crashed, I would only be making like 4 or 5 bill. So I'm happy I got into this one relatively early. But what do we have now? What is left? There is 2 bosses. We got Virago, where I need to pick up Vitalis. And then there's also Hermod, where I need to get both the animated drumsticks and the Hermod pet Herman. The drumsticks have bad luck mitigation, and you're bound to get it. I did all my kills, about 100 kills, before they put that bad luck mitigation in, back when I was around like level 70 or 80. So I think I should get these animated drumsticks on the very first kill, or maybe like within my first 20 kills. And that means I just have the 2 pets left to go for Golden Reaper. Let's get it. I completely forgot. I forgot that by completing logs that you get a title. I think I'm so used to old school at this point, but I think it's under miscellaneous title. So it's under descriptions, and it's called the Lich King. Kind of okay. I think people who are into WoW will really like this title, but I never really played any of those games or anything in that universe, so didn't really do anything for me. Speaking of the next one, it's time to go to Hermod, and Hermod is a little bit different in the fact that you can just nuke it really quickly. So I'm gonna use the rest of this aura and play around with Hermod and try nuking it to get some pretty quick kills. And then after that, I might look towards AFKing it a little bit. Oh, that's funny. I got a Final Bass. I got Final Boss back because I got to 100 Hermod kills and took a tick off the PR. So that is the end of the, I guess, Hermod 20 minutes. I was kind of figuring it out along the way. And I got, what, 25 kills there? So I think I can definitely get like 70 to 80 an hour once I pick it up and pay attention full time. But there also is an AFK method that I'll probably look into, and then I'll spend my active time going for Virago instead. I have moved on to AFKing Hermod here. I get like 40 kills an hour, maybe 50 kills an hour AFKing here, and I have to hit maybe 10 buttons an hour versus getting 80 kills, hitting like 500. So I think I'm going to do this in my downtime whenever I'm not Viragoing. That way, I can always be working towards Golden Reaper. Yay! Well, that was quick. Got myself the boss bet. Hermod's Armor Spike. I am now one item away from Golden Reaper. Left the instance, so I won't get spawn camped by Hermod. But we can click on the Hermod Armor Spike. And now I have completed War. What is it good for? And I can summon the Herman pet. Mini dude here. Oh, it's kind of funny when he's on the steps here. It's a nice boss pet. Mini little armor phantom dude, but it's so common. And look, you can see him in there. And me in there. I'm gonna go back to the Bombi. It is my favorite pet right now. And it always reminds me of my Virago KC. Because I can right click it right away. And then I can see how much my KC is growing. Anyway, that means I am back to where I was before Necromancy came out. I have every single item in the collection log except for the Vitalis. Hey, there's 3,700 normal mode Virago kills. If you count in my hard mode kills, I'm up to 126. And LC had a perfectly timed 100 mil fishing there, where I thought I got Vitalis for a moment. After Green Bomb, the next week on Virago's rotation is Team Split. TS is a weird week where when you start Virago, it's your favorite because it's the easiest, and Team Splits give a good break to reset yourself and figure out what to do next. It breaks up into very small ability rotations. But as you learn what to do and get naturally better at Virago, the kills become slower on TS than other weeks, like Scopulus or Ceilings, making it the least favorite for most high KC Viragoers. Another change we made this week is Heemo went back to melee base tanking, while I stayed Necromancy bomb tanking. This was like a best of two world scenario, where the melee base tank gets back all the burst damage from stalling and releasing all that fun abilities, and the Necromancy base tank can still provide all the utility with the Haunt debuff, Invoke Deathing insta-kills, and instantly hitting the T90 spec before Team Split. I was able to get my first ever 0 spec P5 at Virago. This essentially means that you push Virago all the way to the end before he does his first Team Split. This requires doing about 20k damage every 3 ticks, which can be hard to sustain all the way until the end, but not too hard to get 2 or 3 pushes. The kill time ended up being kind of slow for a 0 spec because we had messed up the first phase, but it does show a really good proof of concept. I will mention that Necromancy base tank is still very viable this week. You just won't get 0 specs, nor will you get before reflex on P3, so it won't be as quick kills, but it's still consistent 8-minute kills. Yes! 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 I got it! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my heart is beating. Oh fuck. There's no way. that I actually got this. Okay, I don't want to click on it just yet because I want to save it. But holy shit. Is that phase 2? Oh my god. Holy freaking shit. I need to take a screenshot here. Save that screenshot. And yeah, I guess I'm going to do more Rago, finish out this hour, go for the back-to-back, see if Derp can pick up a Vitalis himself. And as a reward for being my partner in the kill, Derp gets himself a nice little 3 billion GP. I may have every single item in the collection log now. The only 2 items left to get are the Vitalis, and then under the Liberation of Mazcap, the MeleeNewb pet, but I have both those pets in the bank. But I also want to get IFB at the same time, Insane Final Boss. And I have 100 kills at every boss, hence re-unlocking the final boss titles, but there are some bosses, like Archglacior, where you need 100 normal mode and 100 hard mode. It's the 4 God Wars dungeon, or Elder God Wars dungeon bosses, so we got Archglacior, which I have done. Croesus, which doesn't have a normal and a hard mode. You have Carapac, where I did the 100 a long time ago. And also Zuck, which I completed 100 Zucks back when I was going for the full book. And that leaves only one boss, which is kind of funny. My final boss that I'm going to get done is 92 normal mode giant mole kills. I wish I knew this back when I was actually going for this pet. I'm about half an hour into this hour, and it seems like kills are consistently about a minute, maybe 50 seconds, depending on which rooms it goes to, and with a 30-second spawn, probably going to be about 40 kills an hour. So I got another 2 or so hours of this. I was just thinking over it overnight, and my KC of Virago is 3875. And if you take 6 kills an hour, let's just say, that's 600 hours. Well, more than 600. It's like 650 hours right there, just in time spent. Now you take into consideration that like my first 2,000 kills were before the phase 2 change, which drops a kill per hour. You're looking at probably another 100 couple hours. There's probably a couple 100 hours of learning and fails in there. So I think I can roughly estimate that I've spent pretty close to 1,000 hours at Virago. Well, I went over 100 kills at Giant Mole, wasn't really paying too much attention. I guess I should have seen this milestone a couple kills ago. But it is done. I now have everything I need to claim both Insane Final Boss and the Insane Reaper. Let's get the gang all together. Scrolling through the collection logs now, and it's going to be so cool when they're all green. I look back at the dates, and I got the Croesus collection log on May 20th. And May 20th was the first time where I was Vitalis off Golden Reaper. And I spent like 6 weeks, and I got almost 1,000 kills at Virago in advance of the Zami release. And I didn't get it. And then I went ahead, I finished the Zamrock collection log, and then again, did about 1,000. I think this time it was more close to 750 Virago kills trying to get the Vitalis, and I did not get it. And then I broke my wrists, and I quit Old School for a year, and then I came back with Necromancy, finished off Raziel at a relatively good pace, like, not terribly unlucky, but a little bit unlucky. Finished off Hermod very quickly, got it in about 400 kills, and got all of the Hermotic plates I need to eventually make T90 armor. And we went back to Virago and claimed the Vitalis. Alright, the gang is all here. There's a couple Vitalises already out here. And I'm ready to claim my stuff. So I have 2 collection logs to go. I got the Yakimaru's helmet and the Ancient Summoning Stone to click on. And this is going to be both Insane Final Boss and Insane Reaper. So let's do it. Alright, so first pet, I'm going to get the Yakimaru's helmet, get the Liberated title, and then I can click the Ancient Summoning Stone, and I have Insane Reaper, Insane Final Boss, And it's done. Oh, man. Oh, this feels so... this is like 3 years. I started this May 1st, 2020, after getting 200 mil archaeology. It is now September 12th, 2023. That is 3 years, 4 months, and 11 days that it took to get this. 5,000 hours, probably somewhere around there. And I'm happy it's over, but I have no idea what I'm doing next. Let's put on the title. The Reaper. Insane. And there we go. Was the Reaper. Oh. That's very crazy. Anyway. What now? It is the next day. I still have my Reaper title. They have not released a new boss. I still got it. And now that things have calmed down a little bit, I've gotten used to having this Vitalis pet behind me. I thought I'd do a little bit of a chat here, go over all the things that I wanted to talk about. I will be doing a full video on like the retrospective of going for Golden Reaper, so I'm going to keep this quick here. But my total final boss kills at the end of it was 96,945, with my highest individual boss, I think, is Corp, at 10,218. Hours-wise, in my spreadsheet, I estimated around 5,800 hours that it took me to do all of this, which is really crazy. But that's what happens when you spend 1,000 of those hours at Virago. Loot-wise, I did nuke the loot tab at one point, so it's not as strong as it once was. A lot of the items are gone, especially like, for example, all the Zami items are gone, all the subjugation's gone, because as soon as that spiked up a ton, I sold all of it. So basically all that's left here are like useless rares, like these Heart of the Berserkers, which are never going to be that expensive. All the Barrows items, and then the remaining commons that I couldn't sell. Now, I'm not going to dump all this into the GE right now, but I did price check it before doing this clip, and the total value of this tab is 6.9 bill. Alongside that, when I did nuke the tab, you've probably seen it here, but I have a yellow party hat in the Grand Exchange, and I was saving it as my reward for getting the Reaper title. We'll claim that to my inventory, put on the yellow party hat, and there we go. This might be the first time any of you have seen my character's face, because we always have the Scalp Helm on, but I now have the Reaper title, I now have the party hat. I've basically accomplished everything I set out to do with RuneScape. So who knows what the future has in store. But I am going away on vacation to Europe for 10 days, so there won't be any videos. There might actually be one that I'm going to pre-make, but there won't be any videos. And then when I get back, I'll do a little channel update and the direction of where we're going as I figure out what I want to do next. But if you have any ideas for series, leave a comment down below. If I find something interesting in that I think can be both fun for me and fun content-wise, I'll jump into it. But thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to everyone who PvM'd with me along the way. I could not have done this alone. And my friends being there, motivating me along, is exactly what got me through. And a huge shout out to Heemo. He did about 1,000 Virago kills with me, even though he had already done 2,000 Virago kills himself to get Vitalis. So he is the MVP of the series right now. Even though he wasn't in the kill when I got the Vitalis, he still probably did the most of everyone. And also, Derp, thanks for missing another Vitalis. I'm glad you can have 3 people giving Vitalis and 3 people having Insane Reaper now. With that all out of the way, take care, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.